One day a fool like me was traveling in the plane. He was a very arrogant fool like me. And next to him was sitting an innocent girl, high school girl, reading a book very seriously. So this man wanted to strike a conversation with that girl. He said, young lady, I am told that if neighboring passengers talk to each other, planes go faster. Why not I start talking? She said, fine. She looked up from the book, seriously reading, and then she said, talk about what? Then he thought for a while, what can I talk about? Nuclear science, nuclear physics. So I said, what about nuclear energy? Young girl said, that's fine, that's a good subject. But before that, I'll ask you a question, she said. He said, go ahead, I'm here to answer. She said, a cow, a goat, and a horse, right? They all eat grass. Agreed? Yes. But a goat brings out hard pellets at the other end. The cow puts out a large sort of putty, and the horse brings out large shakes of dried grass. Why is that? She asked. This arrogant fool like me thought for a long time, scratched his head and said, come to think of it, I don't know the answer. Then she said, well, that serves you. A man who doesn't know shit, it doesn't deserve to talk about nuclear energy. This is what's happening. See, our problem is, we all talk about diseases. Somebody has told us, we talk about it. You are even telling hepatitis B vaccine. Do you know the real science behind hepatitis B vaccine? It is not required in India at all. Our risk of hepatitis B is 0.16%. And that too, what risk? For people like us, it is higher risk because I am a doctor, you are a nurse or whatever, and you are a healthcare worker. You have to, but go to the school and vaccinate children. My God, there are so many contraindications for that. And I am frightened that homo altruisticus Rotarians get into this homo economics business of selling vaccines. Please think about it. Please think about it. I don't want you to do anything except think, read, go deep into it and find out. Now, reason why smallpox is eradicated is that's the natural vaccination. What does a student read in the book? Edward Jenner did vaccination. If Edward Jenner did vaccination, all of us would have died of smallpox, because what he used was cowpox, which today we know by genetic engineering is totally different from smallpox virus. But there was a doctor sent by the East India Company to India to study Indian vaccination system in the 18th century. The year was 1767, and the man's name was T.Z. Holwell, Holwell. He was an FRS, a scientist, and an FRCP London. He came to India and went to Bengal and saw the beautiful Ayurvedic system of vaccination prevalent in the 17th century, 18th century. And he waited there for 20 years to prospectively study the vaccinated people vis-a-vis the non-vaccinated people, and found out vaccinated 90% disease gone. And he went back and submitted this report in 1747 to the Royal College President to be handed over to the king. And from then on, the Indian vaccination system prevails, where attenuated smallpox virus is used, not cowpox virus of Edward Jenner. And if you want to know what Edward Jenner did, you will now hang him. He had a boy called Phipps, James Phipps, as his errand boy, very poor boy, in his clinic. And there is a cow maid who came and told him, I am not worried about smallpox, Dr. Jenner. I have had cowpox. He said, cowpox gives you protection again? Yes, yes. So he asked her, next time your cow gets cowpox, get me some lymph. So she got him the next cow lymph, and he injected this to the boy and told him, I'll give you some injection for strength. This boy almost died of severe cowpox. He survived with the skin of his teeth. The minute he survived, this fellow injects him smallpox pus. Can you believe that? And he was lucky he survived. And that's vaccination. No, that's not vaccination. Know the truth. You go to the internet and say Indian vaccination system, and you will get all the details of what. See, this is what's happening. What you know, what the television tells you, what the paper writes, may not be the truth. May not be the truth. It's not the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth. So you must get to know these things. So before you go to talk about nuclear energy, try to find out why the difference in the shit. Friends, Rotary organization is a very powerful organization. In unity, you can do a lot of things to this world. You can change the face of the world. And Rotary has been here for 105 years. Now another 105 years, you can make this world a heaven. Provided each one of us becomes homo altruisticus. I know what you will say when you go home. I had a friend of mine who used to go from place to place lecturing. And he was a parish priest who was lecturing on very serious things. One day he was in Bombay, he was lecturing in the Renaissance Hotel, and he was staying in some small hotel in MIDC. And being a Sunday, he wanted to write a letter to his wife at home, so he wrote a letter, came out, he wanted to post it, he didn't know where to post, where the post office was. So a couple of urchins were playing, being a Sunday. He said, "Arey yaar, post office kidhar hai? Abba madam ka post office kidhar hai?" So the children said, "Aiye sab, Abba madam humko malum hai, aiye." They took a post office, he posted there, he was coming back. Then he suddenly thought, "I am a priest. These children have helped me. What do I do in return? I'll buy them some chocolate." He goes to the chocolate shop and buys the chocolate, puts his hand in, the wallet is in the hotel. So he tells the "Sorry children, my money is not there. I am going to give you 2 free passes for my talk in the Renaissance Hotel. It costs 100 rupees, but you will go free." So he wrote a pass. Children laughed. Who wants to go for talk? There are a lot of fools like BM Hegde talking, but listening is more difficult. Talking is very easy. Anybody can talk, but sitting and listening is very, very difficult. So children laughed. He said, "Why are you laughing?" "No, sir, we just wanted to know what you're talking about." He suddenly became very serious. "I'm a priest. What am I talking about? I'm talking about God. I'm talking about theology, way to heaven and things like that." Children burst out laughing. He said, "Why?" "Sir, a man who doesn't know the way to the post office, how does he know way to heaven?" Thank you very much.